Yo, yo, yo.
Right.
How we all doing? We've got a few people on. We're live here on TikTok, Instagram. It feels great to be here.
It's a first for us today.
This is the first time we've ever gone live, so if we screw anything up, you're going to see it. No editing here. But we've done 60 of these podcasts, so I'm hoping we don't. Hello to everyone. Yo to Blake Stack.
How we doing?
How is everybody?
Alex. See you, Alex.
Brock, everybody. We're live on TikTok, Instagram. We try to go live on LinkedIn, but we didn't know how. I made an event for it. I butchered it.
If anyone knows, throw that in the comments.
Or DM us. I don't think a lot of you guys are on LinkedIn. That's okay. LinkedIn, it's a bit businessy. We can talk about that another time. We're going to dive straight into it, guys. So Jack and I have been traveling the world, predominantly Asia. We've been in China and Vietnam the last few weeks. We just got back last week. We haven't spoke so much about it publicly, about our experience there, but a hell of a lot went down. I want to tell you guys what China was like. It was absolutely crazy. Jack, before I do that, how was your time overseas?
Awesome, Jess. Yeah, we had a great time. There was 4 of us over there, so took the team over, and it was pretty much all our first experience in China. So, yeah, pretty amazing, I guess, just, for us to be, overseas again this early on our journey and meet everyone and see everyone that makes our clothes and the factories where it's all made. And that was really special for us, yeah.
China's pretty crazy, guys. Like, I don't know how to put it any other way. It was getting in there, so we caught a bullet train into the middle of China, and I reckon we went through about 5 X-rays. They were checking everything like 5 times over. It was one of the craziest things. We eventually got there, and we realized that all social media is blocked. Gmail's blocked. YouTube's blocked. Google's blocked. You can't go on your phone when you're in China.
No, they definitely didn't make it easy for us to get around. Thank God we knew a lot of people there. We had some good connections and relationships, and that was why we were going over. So without them, we would have been pretty fucking screwed.
Absolutely. And guys, for those of you that are asking questions in the comments there, we are going to pick our favorite questions at the end. And the best question, the one we enjoy the most, the one we enjoy answering the most, is going to get a free hoodie. It's a grey hoodie, for those that are wondering. So just keep firing away your questions there in the comment section. We've got Digby, our videographer. Do you want to get in the live quickly, Dig? Show your face. He doesn't want to show his face, but we will show the hoodie. The hoodie is real. This will ship out tomorrow. I do have to iron it, but that will go out. That is all real. So keep firing away your questions. We will get to those. But back to China. So, Jack, I think we got to set the scene for people with the level of censorship. So you can't even use a Western credit card in China.
Yeah, pretty much we got there. We thought we'd be sweet from what we'd heard, and got there and we basically couldn't pay for anything, which was actually the first night. A good story for you guys. First night we were there trying to buy dinner, and our visas, none of our cards would go through. So Jesse and I had to walk with one of the workers from the restaurant down. I think we walked about 10 blocks to try and find an ATM.
You got to set the scene. So we bought this team of ours a dinner. It was about 4 of us. The bill was like $100. And we're like, cool, we'll just get the bill with our credit card. And we walked up and they're like, oh yeah, if you don't have like WeChat Pay or Alipay, which is the 2 Chinese payments, you can't pay for the bill. And we had no cash. And we're like, what the hell? And we don't speak Cantonese or Mandarin. So there's a massive language barrier. And we're like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, it was a catastrophe. We kind of thought we were going to get away with this $100 bill. And then they kind of were like, you're coming with us to the ATM. So continue on.
I reckon you keep telling.
I'll keep going. So I remember this like it was yesterday because it was like a week ago. So the woman's like pretty much grabbing our hands, like, follow me. We're going down to this ATM. So we find after like a kilometer walk with her, this woman in a restaurant outfit, we walk to the ATM and it declines. So it's not working. And we're like, what the hell are we going to do? Long story short, we phoned
our supplier, and our supplier paid for it.
We called the clothing factory somehow and they legit paid for the bill. So that's a good clothing factory.
Yeah. But yeah, to go deeper on the censorship, that's one of the things. So everyone has to pay on an app. It's called WeChat or Alipay. So everything's through the phone. It's all QR codes. There's no cash. There's no cards running around. You can't go for a drive on the streets without getting flashed by a camera. Like, every road has a series of cameras at intersections, which was pretty nuts to think they're watching that many people.
Yeah, I really want to paint that scene for everybody. So think of every single traffic light you've ever seen in your life, and then add 10 cameras to the traffic light, and then they're flashing every single car the entire drive. So Dig's moving around a few cameras here. So our face was completely like, there was a moment there, I don't say this lightly, a few technical difficulties, it was bound to happen. I kid you not, I'm not epileptic, but like if you were epileptic,
I don't know where you're going. Epileptic.
I'm gonna say you would have a fit. The flashes.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
The flashes were going off that regularly.
Yeah, it was intense.
Anyway, it's hard to like maybe YouTube it or something. It was properly crazy.
But yeah, why were we in China? So this is a question we've been getting a lot. You know, lots of people who know our journey, who know Colorplane, know that we've been making our garments in Vietnam up until this point. And so, yeah, why were we in China? Essentially, you know, with us at Colorplane, we want to be doing our due diligence to find the best factories in the world and always be open-minded to what's out there and different possibilities and different factories providing different things. And so when we first did our research for factories back in 2021, it was still during COVID. We couldn't get to China. Vietnam was high on our list, so we went to Vietnam. But as soon as China opened back up, we had it, you know, that's a priority. We got to get there, go see it. It's the mecca for manufacturing for a reason. So
China's crazy. Like it being from Australia, we have like one big city per state. So, you know, we're in Melbourne and you see this big Melbourne, like, you know, sky rises. But in China, the whole of China is sky rises for as far as your eye can see. It's the most mind-blowing country. Yeah, I'm still a bit mind-blown, as you can tell.
So essentially, we were visiting a few factories, manufacturers, who we are lucky enough to have connections with, have relationships with, which is a big part of what we do, and you know, that's part of the trust that you put in us. Is we want to make sure that trust you know is valid, and so our manufacturers, they're all great quality manufacturers who we've done a lot of research with. We know people who have known them for 10, 15 years. So that was huge for us. And yeah, so we were just getting over there just to see what they could offer and essentially open us up from a manufacturing point of view, moving forward to help with a few things to, I guess, open our product range and bring in more colors and different products for you guys, our customers.
Long story short, we've always made our things in Vietnam, all our clothing, and Vietnam is amazing. It's a great place to be. For all those that have been there, they know what I'm talking about. The clothing standards are incredible. This factory has 10,000 staff. It's one of the biggest factories in the world. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's legitimately humongous. But because they're so big, they expect big things from us, and because we are a young company, it is hard to meet those minimums, especially when we're trying to branch out into new products, into new colors. You know, it's a lot harder to sell red and green garments as opposed to black and white. It's simple as that. So we have been looking to get a bit more flexible with our manufacturing, and China has been there for a while, and we've had to do our research, and hence why we went over. But we're pretty excited to make the announcement, guys. We haven't said it anywhere, but we are going to be moving manufacturing to China for the next 12 months. We think that's definitely the right place to be for us for now, to really broaden out what we can deliver and what we can offer you guys. As you know, we have very little garments on our website because it's hard right now as a small business. It's hard to buy up shitloads of garments when you are young and you're still learning the game. So going to China gives us a lot more flexibility. As I said, we're very excited. Jack, let's dive into a few of the new garments and the new colors that customers and just anyone can potentially look for.
Yeah, so in the works, guys, we obviously the hoodie and the t-shirt for us right now are the two staples that we've started Colorplane with, and now we're looking at bringing in different products like crew necks, tracksuit pants, zip-up hoodies, hats, socks, you name it. There's probably 8 or 10 products that have been in the works for quite some time now. So that China helps with all of that, helps bring that to life. So we're really looking forward to bringing in some more products for you guys. We know you guys have been craving some different things, and also with color as well. So we've obviously had a pretty slim color range so far, but we're going to open that right up at wholesale moving forward. We're going to have at least 6 to 8 colors kind of always on hand for you guys, and then bringing in different colors as we see fit. So yeah, pretty exciting, not just for us, but also for you guys and the possibilities there with what you guys can do with our products.
Yeah, man, we thank you guys for being so patient, in this process. We're trying to deliver as best we can on colors and new garments, but it does take a little bit of, there's some moving parts being a retail business and a wholesale business, but there is some exciting things ahead. Just recently, we had a call with one of the larger
event
companies in Australia. They have done the merchandise for artists such as
Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah. So
big artists, yeah.
Big names. And they have put a few of our samples in their showroom that we're in the process of doing so. So I don't know. Who knows what could happen? I hope good things. But that's what this business is. It's certainly a lot of small steps that we hope play out. Maybe in the summer when artists come out here, you could just see a few colour plain tees or hoodies, crew necks, zip-ups, I don't know, puffer jackets. Who knows what it might be. But yeah, I think that's a really big step in the right direction.
100%, yeah. Looking forward to seeing how that pans out. We also went to Sydney a week before we headed to China, which was awesome. We had an amazing time in Sydney. We sat down with some amazing guests who we had on the podcast, and we did about 5 episodes in 3 days. It was pretty jam-packed. And
shout out to Louis Brown. I saw he just joined the chat.
Did he?
I saw him in there. Louis, how are you, brother? Your episode has just dropped on our Spotify and YouTube. So guys, get on there right now. It's an incredible episode. Louis is doing awesome things. We'll get back to podcasts in just a sec.
Sydney. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, so when we were in Sydney, we sat down with a lot of customers, people that have been on the journey so far. Screen printers was a big point of emphasis for us. So we visited some really, really good screen printers in Sydney who we feel really align with us and what we're about at Colourplane. And so we're looking forward to stock at a select few screen printers, not just in Sydney, but also in Melbourne and around the country pretty soon. So that's something we've been working towards for a while. So once we have those locked in, we'll be able to, shoot through all the info of like where we're stocked. And so if you can't get stock on the website, then you can jump to a local screen printer who we trust and have relationships with. And so you'll be looked after there.
Yeah, Sydney was awesome like that. And it was cool to see, these screen printers touch and feel clothes every single day. They're the connoisseurs of clothing. So for them to embrace our garments the way they did was really exciting. And we'll be stocked very soon in Sydney and in Melbourne in some select screen printers, ones that align with us and that work with the small businesses that we like to see. As we always say, ones that think long term. That's probably the best way to put it.
Podcasts.
Yeah, so back to it. We had Janine's episode. I think anyone that's listened to that, Timmy from Bay Juice, I see you've joined in. Speaking of great podcasts, if you haven't listened to Tim's, get on there as well. But back to Janine, she was unbelievable. For Christ's sake, she gets paid to talk for a living. So, there wasn't a dull moment with her. She knew a few of our secrets as well. We are friends of the family, and there was a bit of humor getting thrown around there. So I do highly recommend that podcast. They've all been bangers lately. Itch Pig was awesome.
Yep.
Absolutely great. The guys were... Yeah, they've been doing this shit for 13 years. So, there's a lot to learn there.
Yeah, I think very surreal for Jesse and I to travel with the podcast and get to Sydney and have a bunch of amazing guests that actually want to come on and speak to us was a pretty amazing moment and I guess milestone for us, having put in so much work this first 6 months, building it up and here in Melbourne. So really appreciative of everyone that jumped on. And we can't wait for some of those episodes. Some of those episodes have come out and some will be coming out pretty soon. So keep your eyes peeled.
It's time to go through a few of the comments. Hugh, thanks for telling me to get my hair cut. We're all thinking it.
Dig, do we have any questions?
Beautiful. We're in the questions section. There is a bunch of questions. We'll start with Charlie.
This one, you chuck that one back up.
Cool. We do have a spare phone for questions. We are semi-organized, semi-not organized too, as you can tell.
Do you need this phone, Dick?
Cool. Let's.
You do need it?
No. We're gonna read this. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. So Charlie said, "This is a big question, so stay with us. What do you find most difficult about working in a partnership?" Let's just go with that part of the question.
Yeah.
Well, guys, Jack and I live together. That's no secret. It can be tough. I think we talk business kind of 24/7. That doesn't get easy. There's been moments like Jack's cooking. You know, he's like flipping the chicken and there's like oil in the pan. And I'm going up to him with a new idea and he's had to be like, look, man, like I'm cooking the fucking chicken in the pan. Can't you see that?
I just want to switch off.
I want to switch off. There's music playing. There's incense burning. There's candles going. I'm trying to chill out. You need to chill out. So that happens, man. That happens. But look, overall, I think, you know, we do really well.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know two people that live together, that have run together forever, that eat together, that we do a lot of shit
I would
together.
say like honest and timely communication. Like you got to let each other know where you're at all times. So yeah, have hard conversations and that'll help.
I'll answer the rest of your question there, Charlie. It's good. I'm liking this question. This is in the lead for winning the hoodie, by the way, so far. How do you keep each other accountable without being too harsh and tainting your friendship? That's a really well thought out question. Look, it's a day by day thing. You know, like I think, I think we knew going into this relationship, into this full on partnership where we work every single day together, we travel the world together. We knew we were going to have to respect each other. I think when Jack calls things out to me and I do vice versa, often we have this, probably our greatest strength as a friendship is we're able to see each other's points of views very quickly. There's no like resistance to each other. I think we respect each other's thought processes, and don't get me wrong, we don't always agree on all those points, but there's always respect no matter what.
Yeah.
And that, I think that's probably the best place to leave that.
Yep.
We've got Aiden's question here. What do you lads think the most important skills and assets to have going into a business venture or even life? Very philosophical, Aiden. Yeah. Good stuff. What was it again? Important assets or skill set?
I mean, honestly, communication's so fucking high up on that list. If you can communicate at a high level with a various group of people, I think that goes so far in having success in business and in life.
Facts.
Jesse and I do it to each other every day. We do it to customers. You do it on social media. It's kind of everywhere today. So I would say, yeah, invest in that. Invest in your conversational abilities. And
I mean, at the end of the day, like when you join a small business, I believe the stats 80% of small businesses fail. So odds are stacked against you straight away, right? So things are going to get tough no matter what. It happens to every small business or any business in general. So I think it's like, be persistent. Know that you're in the battle. Know that things are going to get hard before they get good. Like for Jack and I, it's taken us 15 months to get to China, and we've always wanted to check it out, but it didn't happen with the click of a finger. It was lots of small steps every single day. And I think, not to get pessimistic, look at it optimistically as well. Get around yourself with the little wins, because those are what are building your brand and your movement to a great thing. Let's jump into the next question. From Good Sense Collective, nice brand name. How did you come up with your brand name? There you go. Shit. You can see how Jack and I are in tune. How do we come up?
I think we just tried to find something that like made sense with what we were doing, as well as being simple. I suppose color plain. You know, color is a big part of what we do. Our color plain through our garments, and then plain is an aeroplane, and that kind of links to plain clothing. So a little play on words there. 2 words. It's simple. The logo is simple. I think simplicity goes a long way.
Yeah, it's a funny one. And I've never said this publicly. I've certainly said it to a few friends lately, but I've had a million people like in public just be like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, I run a business." What's it called? And I say to them the name Color Plain, and they always go, "What? Like, what's that? Like, what? Can you repeat that?" So when you write down these 2 words, I think it's very simple. I think color and plain are 2 words you learn as a very young person, and you can read it perfectly. But saying it doesn't flow off the tongue that well.
It actually doesn't.
I have to be honest.
Maybe we change it.
All right, we're here to change the name. No. But guys, if you have a better brand name, please DM us. I love the brand name. It just doesn't flow off the tongue, man.
Yeah, it doesn't. I know.
It's painful. Anyway, we'll come back to that one day. But Good Sense, you've asked another question here. How long did it take you guys to choose a manufacturer and get your first order in? A long time.
Long time.
A long time. Probably like 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, maybe longer. Yeah.
A long time. So that's those are some of the questions. We've had a few more come through. Love a store. Love what you're doing, brother. Keep going. Will you boys be diving into caps? Wider range of blank products.
Socks.
Beanies.
Soon. Yeah, soon. Some of those products are in the works at the moment. I'd say if not late this year, probably early next year. Yeah, so we're actually gonna. This is a good plug. We're actually gonna be opening up a showroom here in Melbourne, where we're gonna stock all of our sample range that is going to be going forward with wholesale. So a new offering at wholesale. We're gonna have garments in a showroom. It's gonna be appointment only, so you can schedule to come by, see everything, and we will have garments like beanies, hats, socks, trackies, you name it. So pretty excited about that.
Massive, yeah. It'll be an appointment only. That'll come probably in the next 1 to 2 months.
Yep.
The lease has been signed, so that is all going ahead. We're stoked for that, to get hands-on with these products. I think it's really important. In terms of final questions, I mean, Luke Stone, you love us, by the way, because we gave you 50 free hoodies. Fuck. That was a tough one, but I'm glad you got them. Can you please shout me out and love the plain jumpers? Darcy D, why not? I'll shout you out. But guys, that free hoodie, I think has to
Who
go
wins it?
I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's Charlie Griffin's question.
Yeah.
But James Stupper's just sent in the last-minute question that I'm going to read. So hold your horses. James, you've got a chance here. What should you do if you're in a business with your friend, but you are putting in a lot more work than them? Or this is a heavy question, but they still want 50-50 profit.
Man, we could do a whole potty episode on that.
James, I hope your business partner is not in the group chat.
This is why we say to get a shareholders agreement written up as one of the first things we recommend when starting a brand. It might not seem like a very pressing matter when you first start a brand and you're young and you're with a friend, but believe us, it's one of the most important and something we definitely prioritize at the start of our partnership. So shareholders agreement, look it up if you don't know what it is. It's pretty simple, but do that, please, and that'll hopefully solve your problem.
And last question here from Mark, which Jack, you bumped into
Alex,
him.
yeah.
Alex? Fuck.
Yep.
His
name's Markovic. It must be his last name.
Must be his surname. But you bumped into him in public the other day?
I did, yeah. Bumped into him at DFO.
You said he was a great man?
He's a great man. Amazing man. Yeah, him and his girlfriend love what we do. Big fans. And they're amazing people.
So much so you sent him a few free garments, I saw.
We did. Yeah, I did. Took a leaf out of Jesse Toniolo's book. And,
send them around. Keep everyone happy. Here's the question for you that Alex has written to us. How have you boys grown personally since opening Colourplane, especially with constantly being around each other? Far out. I mean,
partnership type
this could be a real wholesome way to conclude. I'm going to answer this for Jack and he can answer for me, which is a tough one. I'll try start in terms of my personal growth.
All right. You go first and then
I'll go first. I might need like 8 seconds to think.
Wait, so you're answering it for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What I've seen for you.
Okay.
I think with Jack, for me going into this, I probably said this earlier, but going a bit deeper, is I just saw someone that was like unwavering in what they are about. And so much so, in fact, Jack might not want me to say this, but it's pretty funny. So I think hopefully he keeps laughing like he is now.
Shit.
The other day, Jack sat me down. He just goes, Jesse, we're talking about, really personal conversations. Like, would we sell the business, this and that, for what amount? Jack pretty much said to me, I would not sell this business for any amount. And I said, what about like $100 million? And he looked at me, he's like, I would not sell this business for any amount. So we're talking about someone who's unwavering in what they believe in. And it's massive, when you have someone like that in your corner that is so motivated and determined every single day to chase it. So I don't know if I've seen Jack, I'm not saying he's grown from 0 to 100. If anything, he's just kind of like proven more and more of what I thought he was. So,
thanks, Jess. I'd say for Jesse, wow, it's hard because we see each other so often. So it's like, yeah. But I would say for Jesse, a big area of growth is probably in him being maybe more independent and like coming into his own and knowing who he is and what he's about a lot more. I think he's done a lot of work on himself. The last 12 months, he's gone through a lot outside of the business as well, and he's just the way he's taken that stuff on his shoulders has been incredible to see. So I think his ability to keep on keeping on and being the rock for others has been incredible, and to kind of lead a team. He's been working really closely with Digby the whole time, and seeing him, those two work together, and Jesse kind of lead that ship has been pretty amazing.
Man, what a great way to finish it up. Charlie, And Jack, thank you very much. That was very kind of you. Charlie,
Charlie's got the free hoodie.
you've won the free hoodie, mate. Well done. DM us. We'll get that out to you. I hope you're a large grey because that's the size. I didn't want to tell you on the size right till the end just in case, but it is a large. And hopefully, Charlie, you've been in the gym filling it out. All good. Guys, first live we've ever done. If you want us to do it again, let us know. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're not getting that 20 minutes of your life back. That's tough as well, but that's life. Guys, thanks so much for joining in. Truly, we had a good time. We hope you did.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.